Hello, beautiful yogis. This is Danielle Ronaldo from Pele Yoga, and I'm here to offer you a class. I hope that you continue to carve out time to move your body so that your brain and your heart might find an opportunity to settle. And the invitation is to find your way to a seat. So that might be cross-legged here on the ground. You might be kneeling. You could even do this short sequence in a chair. Just something that reconnects you to your body and invites in a more easeful breath. You can keep your eyes open and take in some of the shapes around you. Or if it feels more grounding to close your eyes, do that. Another option is to just lower your eyes to one point. Not necessarily staring at it, but narrowing your focus and letting it rest in some spot. And then again, feeling back into your breath. No need to necessarily change it, although I imagine that it will potentially change just by noticing it, just by feeling it. And that tends to help bring us into the present moment and allow the body to soften or respond to landing here in the present moment rather than being in worry. It gets a chance to reset. And just a gentle range of motion, letting your right ear move towards your right shoulder. And I'll do the opposite of you, so you'll look like me on the video. And we're just feeling into some subtle sensations along the left side of your neck. You might start to slow your breath as a way to feel into that. Right, letting your chin dip a little bit towards your right shoulder. You feel that on the back of your neck. Keep breathing. And then you'll take your nose, face it back forward, and then maybe up a little bit. Nothing to force here. See if you can still stay sitting nice and tall and supported in your center, in your central column, in your spine. And then feel that shift in the neck. Right. And then letting your left hand either come down to the ground, maybe it's the side of the chair, and picking your right arm up and over for a little side stretch. Letting your right hip point stay grounded. The left arm reaches up and over. Nice big breath. And then coming back up to a seat. Good. Taking your hands to your knees, lifting your heart up, taking a breath in. And then rounding through the spine, tucking your chin, curling back on the exhale. A little seated cat-cow. Again, inhaling, lifting your heart up. And exhaling, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Good. Uno más. One more. Lift your heart. And then coming back to that centered place in the spine. Great. You might notice just sitting here the difference between the right and the left side of your neck, your body, what's shifted. And then playing with that subtle movement, but purposeful and effective movement on the other side. So letting your left ear travel towards your left shoulder and breathing. Right, letting the right shoulder get heavy, keeping your sit bones heavy. Breathing to the top of your lungs. And then letting the chin travel down towards your bottom shoulder. You might dip the crown of your head forward a little bit. You're just trying to hit a sweet spot for you in the side and the back of your neck. And then retracing that nose forward and then up towards the ceiling. Again, maybe you check your spine and you feel a little bit more engagement in the muscles around your core to feel that length all the way up until it shifts in the head and neck. Okay, find a sweet spot and breathe there until you find a way to recover. And then we're going over to the side bend to the other side. So the left arm's going to reach up and sliding over the ear just for a breath or two. Now you're feeling your shoulders move away from your ears, mostly feeling this, I would imagine, in your side body, and maybe you even feel it into your hips or your low back. Great. And coming back to center, finding that cat-cow again. Hands anchor somewhere, and then you lift your heart up as you breathe in. And then exhaling around through the spine, tuck the chin. You got it. Again, inhaling, heart rises, tail wings back. You open your eyes, you see your ceiling, and then you exhale and round through the spine. Awesome. One more to come back to center, inhaling the heart up. And then finding that neutral spine. Great. Coming onto hands and knees when you're ready. Again, you can modify this any way that feels useful. Just find something that looks similar and maybe is engaging what I'm inviting you to engage. So we're going to find some sort of spinal balance here. So maybe both hands down, the left knee down, and then the right heel is going to slide up. On an exhale, you're going to bring your knee to your right tricep. Right, getting some of that range of motion happening. Inhale, send the leg back. Heart goes forward, and then exhaling, knee to your left tricep. So good. Inhale the leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. So really tuck your chin. Good. Inhale it back. Exhale, both knees down. Let's sit back to child's pose for a few breaths. Knees wide, forehead rests on the earth. Maybe palms face up. And a breath or two here to feel your low back, your hips. Stretch. And come back up, hands and knees. Right, knees scoot underneath your hip points, and then sending your left leg back behind you. Press and lift. On the exhale, knee to left tricep round. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Inhale, send it back. Press through the heel. Knee to nose, so get your upper back involved this time. Press. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And again, back to child's pose, knees wide, forehead down. Giving your wrists a little bit of a break. Letting your shoulders soften. And feel the ground underneath you. You're here. Let's take it into downward facing dog, so sliding up, hands and knees, tuck your toes, and then scooting your hips up and back, giving it a moment. Oh, right. You might be like me and have been a little bit more sedentary, more than usual, and so being really gentle with yourself, being gentle with your mind, being gentle with your body. Right, doing that by kind of tuning into how it feels, maybe moving a little bit slower than you usually do to give your body time to respond to the shape and to the breath. Right, rather than trying to rush through it. Breathing with it. Right, and noticing how it shifts and changes. Keep plugging through your hands so you feel really, really supported. Really supported. Spread your toes. And then go ahead and walk your feet all the way to your hands, coming into ragdoll for a few breaths. And you might keep the fingertips on the ground for support. Sometimes it's nice to grab opposite elbows and actually place your elbows on your knees. If you've got really tight hamstrings, that's a great spot to be in. Wherever you are, breathe. Again, give the shape time, give yourself time. And rolling all the way up to stand, press through your heels and round all the way up. Right. Good, feeling your feet on the ground. Feeling your spine lengthen, finding that central column here. Palms might face forward a little bit so the shoulders roll back. And then the invitation is to sweep your arms out, keeping your shoulders down and up. Take a breath in and bringing your hands to your heart center. Good, just taking a moment here. Feel your palms press towards one another without forcing it, right? Just feeling the tactile sensation of one hand feeling the other. Right, feeling the breath move in and out of your lungs, and maybe that invites your shoulders to soften a little bit down your back and the collarbones slide in. Maybe there's a slight lift in your low belly for support. And just drive down the backs of the legs, the heels are on the earth. And toes are light. And then we're going to try together to sing or chant the sound Om. So you can do this in your home. You could take a deep breath and sigh it out. You could listen to my voice. But the invitation is to bring our mind directly into the sound and let it soothe us. Take a deep breath in. Again. One more. Good. Deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Good. Then move with me. Reach your arms up. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinging over, and then grabbing the backs of your legs. Staying here for a few breaths. And giving yourself time to adjust to it, so you might bend into your knees, let your head drop. Breathing into your low belly so your back expands. Awesome. And then we're going to find halfway lift. Draw the heart forward and find a long, long spine. And then exhale back to forward fold. Stand all the way up. Drive to the heels. Round up. Reach up as you breathe in. And then hands to heart center as you breathe out. Again, inhaling, reaching both arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. You got it. Feel all the way down into it. Halfway lift. The heart lengthens forward. The tail goes back. And then back to forward fold. Let your head drop. Stand all the way up. Press through the feet. Reach your arms up. Feel your way in to standing, hands at heart center. Good. One more. Inhale. Reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Forward fold. All the way over. Halfway lift. Lengthening. This time, plant your hands and step your feet back. We're in high push-up. Take your knees down. Keep squeezing your belly in, but knees down. Inhale. Rock your weight forward and then lower your chest all the way to the earth. Elbows graze the sides of your ribs. So good. And then push through the feet and tops of the feet and lift your heart. It's cobra. Nice and gentle, and then down dog. Push through the palms and lift your hips up and back. Take one breath in. And one full breath out. Look forward, inhale. Empty your lungs and then bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. And fold. Stand all the way up and reach up. And bring your hands to your heart. Awesome. Move your weight into your right foot. Yeah, and the left leg's going to peek up in front of you just for a moment. Send the left knee up. See if you can keep your shoulders soft. It might take you a moment. Maybe you come to like the tippy toes on your left foot just to find that balance. Squeeze through the right leg and then press down to lift up. Yeah, super easeful. We're just going to step that left foot back to warrior one leg. So you're bending your right knee and the back foot comes down on that 45-degree angle. Right, hands can come to your hips to start. Right, you're just working your hips. They might wiggle waggle a little bit, right? So a little bit more about fluidity than rigidity. Yeah, and tilt and tuck the tail. Yeah, until you feel, okay, I've created a little bit of space that I can move into and that I can settle into. Right, and then the arms will reach up and you'll lift your heart up and you'll breathe in. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale and bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. And fold. Stand all the way up and reach. And hands to your heart. Good, moving your weight into your left foot. Come to your right tippy toes, or you might already be ready to lift that knee up. You got it. Squeeze the muscles on the bottom leg. Maybe flexing the right foot to bring aliveness to it. Yeah, and I don't care where your arms are. Maybe they're down by your side. They can be at your hips or heart center. You can do a I love you sign, a rock star sign. Right? Reach them up. And then you can send that leg back. Find it on that 45-degree angle, that foot on that 45-degree angle behind you. And then do your little hip dance, right? And it's nothing fancy. It's more like, hey, how am I showing up today? Like, what's my body need? Is it super ready? Is it open? Cool. Dive on in. If it needs a little bit more coercing or a little bit gentle investigation, give it to it. Yeah? Right. You can feel into what parts of your body are asking for attention. Right, and as you're ready, your arms will reach up and you'll find nice length. And then plate your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Pick your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one, back heel flat, reach up. This time open up, warrior two. Yeah, your back foot spins out so the toes are facing the sidewall. Your arms go long, and then eventually the arms will come down to your low back. Same little hip dance, feeling into what's up for you. And then the heart rises. You squeeze the shoulders. And you breathe in, and then exhale, bowing forward, right shoulder inside your right thigh. Good. Breathing into your low back. Letting both hands come down inside your front foot, and you're going to spin the back heel up. Maybe that right foot walks out to the right a little bit, and then you twist. Say hello to your hip. Right, just in this different format. And again, maybe it's a dropping of the hips and lifting them, or a little twist and turn with the spine. Work into the shoulders. So awesome. Right. And then forward fold, stepping that back foot up. Ooh, roll all the way up. Reach up to breathe in. Hands to your heart center. Just to breathe out. Awesome. Reach back up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift. So lengthen. Of course, if you want to do a vinyasa, that high to low push-up, do it. If you do not, then don't. You can always hold high push-up. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Then the left leg's going to go high. You're going to reach up. Breathe in. Stepping it all the way forward. Warrior one, spin the back heel flat. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling, and then opening up. Finding that warrior two stance. The legs come in line with one another. Eventually, your hands come to interlace at the low back. You're just playing with the opening on this other side. Right, and our bodies are not symmetrical, and maybe there's, different sensation on this side. That's cool. Work with it. All right, and lifting your heart up. And then bowing forward, finding humble warrior. Left shoulder inside your left thigh. Right now, I'm choosing to keep my hands at my low back, right? So that there's not too much pressure on the shoulders. Breathing into low back for fuel and opening. So good. And letting both hands come inside your front foot. That left foot's going to walk out a little bit. Your right toes are going to come up. So you're in a low lunge, and then finding that twist. Okay, you might rock forward and back, side to side. That back knee can come down for extra support if that feels yummy for you. Right, and then somehow, some way, we'll make it back to forward fold. Might be a couple steps, all good, and let them land together. Standing all the way up, reaching up as you breathe in. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. Awesome. Reaching both arms up as you inhale. This time we're going to sit really, really low on the exhale, chair pose, and then back up. Breathe in. Exhale, go low. Breathe out. Sometimes I like to use my arms also so the arms reach up as you breathe in. Exhaling to bring your booty back and your hands to your heart center. Good. Again, inhale, lift up. And exhale to go low. Good. One more. Go low. Good. This time press up. Lift the left knee up in front of you. Exhale, send that leg all the way back. crescent lunge this time. Back tippy toes. You're reaching both arms up towards the ceiling if it works. Hands to your heart center, and then take a prayer twist towards the right. The left elbow outside your right thigh. Good. Set your eyes in front of your right toes, or maybe towards that wall that you're twisting towards. Right, and just feel that little extra invigoration. You press through the bottom heel, and you keep spinning the top shoulder open. Without forcing, but with feeling. So good. Bring both hands inside your front foot. We're going to walk your hands towards the right. This time we're going to come into a side lunge. So you're going to bend into your left knee. So you look opposite than me. Maybe both toes continue to face forward towards whatever side wall you're on or you're looking towards. Right? And so you feel your inner groin stretch. You feel a little strength in your side booty. Right? And then we do the other side, bending in to your right knee. If you want more, you can wing the arms back. Bring them to heart center. You could rest an elbow on the thigh. Right, back to that initial lunge and twist. Low lunge twist, pick the right arm up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high to low push up or skip it. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Down dog, pushing your hips up and back. Good, breathe in. Breathing out. Good, look forward, inhale. Empty your lungs and then bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. And folding. Roll up or flat back up, reach up. Hands to your heart on off. Good, that chair pose sequence again, reach up, breathe in. And then you're going to sit back, hands to heart. Just a couple times. Press through the heels as you rise up. Exhale to sit low. Right, reach up and sit back. Good, this time move your weight into your left foot, pick your right foot up. Right, stepping that foot all the way back, coming into a crescent lunge. So it's back toes spread on the ground, back heels lifted, and then reaching both arms up. So then find the twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. You got it. Again, set your eyes to one point, and then feel the legs kind of squeeze towards one another as then you continue to reach out through the crown of the head or back through the heel. And then churning the breath. Again, to bring you here, present moment, awareness, and fuel for your body. Great. And then you place your hands inside your front foot. You're walking over, bending into your knee, your other knee. Right, and then doing it on the other side. Yep. You might hover, you might not. And then moving back towards the front, finding that twist, the left arm reaches up. Plant your hands, step back, high to low push up, or skip it. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, back, child's pose or down dog. Good, finding a place to reset. Good, everyone to child's pose. And feeling your face soften and relax. Good. As you're ready, now roll up to a seat. Awesome. Swing your legs out in front of you. Right? Doesn't matter, whatever way. Digging your heels into the ground, then reach your arms forward. And we're going to just draw back. Right? And reach up as you breathe in. Exhale, curl. A couple times. Right? Finding that sweet spot. feels like good, like a good amount of efforting. Good. Reach up. Do a little twist. So reaching back with your right elbow. Maybe it touches down, maybe it doesn't. Reach up and forward on that diagonal and then back on that diagonal. Good. 2 more. Yeah. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Feeling into your own body and sensation. Awesome. And then 1 more through center, hold. Maybe you extend one leg, maybe extend both legs. For 3, right? A little bit of strength, a little bit of shaking, a little bit of heat for 2. And then lowering all the way down for a moment. Right, softening through your face. Cool, letting your feet come in close to your butt. Bringing your knees into your chest, maybe a little rock side to side to release that. Right, bringing your right ankle over your left knee, coming into a figure 4 stretch on your back. If it's enough, your left foot will stay on the ground. Yeah. But if you'd like, you hug that left knee into your chest and grab onto the back of the left thigh. You got this. Just a few breaths. Letting the space between your eyebrows soften. Your jaw release. Making sure that you don't feel any twinging or pain in your knee. So really adjusting the shape so that you feel a stretch without overdoing it. Right. As you're ready, release that side and find it on the other side. Breathing into your low belly. Maybe rocking side to side. Maybe stillness is good enough. Sometimes that's better. There's still movement in the breath. Maybe you get more in tune with some subtler movements. Good, releasing. Yeah, releasing both sides, both feet come down to the ground. You're going to push down through the feet and lift your hips up. Coming into bridge pose for a few breaths. Squeezing the legs towards one another. Yeah, feeling the feet press down and forward. Feel your heart opening up. Yeah, from the strong legs. And then coming all the way down. So good. Bring your knees back in. We're going to rock up, forward and back to a seat. Yeah. We're going to end in a seated meditation. Of course, if you feel like you would rest more fully laying down on your back, go for it. Otherwise, we're coming back to this tall and lifted spine in a seated position like we did at the start of class. And you can feel for yourself just what's up here, what's coming up for you, just to notice. Just to have information, maybe it's coming up for you, when is this going to be over? Whether it's a yoga pose or a challenge in our life, you know, tend to have similar approaches. Right? How we do one thing is how we potentially do another thing. And sometimes just acknowledging that loosens its grip so that we have more space to make conscious choices, more space for compassion, more space for gratitude, more space for movement and alignment with our values. Right, you carved out the time to do this practice. So feeling good about that, whatever you did, whatever you're observing, it's a part of the practice. So you can settle with it. Let it be a sense of acceptance and notice how that manifests in the way that your body feels. Good. And if you feel like your mind's super busy or maybe in analytical mode, maybe you bring your attention to your breath and you just slow it a little bit to see if that gives you some space. Good. If you're laying on your back, taking your time to meet me up in a seat, no rush. Maybe you can keep your eyes closed or you set your eyes to that one point that allows you to narrow your focus but keep eyes open. Good. Once you find yourself seated, again, continuing to watch the breath. Continue to acknowledge yourself for carving out this time. Okay. And bringing your hands to your heart center. And we'll not only acknowledge ourselves, but acknowledge one another, right? And also acknowledge that we are doing our best. And so giving ourselves space to have challenges and struggles and maybe tension and and also feel grateful when we carve out the time to kind of reset, right? Or we notice things and then they lose their grip a little bit so that there's space. So thank you so much for choosing to pop on this video today and to carve out time, not only for you, but for the whole Pele community, the whole yoga community, the whole human community, as we continue to ride the waves of all of our challenges. So the light in me sees and honors the light that exists within you and each and every one of us. And together we bow forward, acknowledging that light by saying, Namaste. Namaste. Awesome. Again, thank you for popping on this video and for choosing to practice with me. My name's Danielle Rinaldo. I miss all of you Pele yogis, and I'm also grateful for maybe new folks who are just getting introduced to our vibe and our practice. If you're a member, thank you for staying connected virtually. If you're not a member and you'd like to make a contribution to help support Pele through this time, then hop on our PayPal page, and there'll be a link below this video. And we appreciate the support because this is definitely give and take, right? It's a symbiotic relationship, as every relationship is. So again, thank you for practicing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.